Hi, Bonny Abomination here, and at the recommendation of a recent member of our Maelstrom Hold Discord and I guess I could say longtime fan from my YouTube channel, this game was recommended by him. He recently joined our Discord, and I looked into it, and it seems like a very interesting game. It's got some puzzles, and if you know me, you know I love some puzzles, so I'm going to be playing the demo as part of a little research of looking into this game and the Kickstarter funding and the development of it so that I can end up writing an article about it. So join me for a playthrough of the demo.
Noiramore Academy, one of Drakkenspire's most prestigious schools with over 500 years of storied history. The current headmaster, Julius Claiborne, is a former general who runs our school with military precision and discipline. Our wonderful planet of Noives is home to a great many talents in resonetic abilities, and Noiramore's teachers are uniquely qualified in instructing such essential subjects. But while we specialize in resonetic talents, our other subjects are not taught any less thoroughly, and every student is encouraged to explore their unique talents in our extracurricular programs. Noiramore Academy guides our students to commit to their studies, keep sound minds, maintain their manners, and most importantly, behave in a manner befitting the reputation of our beloved institution.
Extortion, Miss Hovern. Is that really what you're up to now?
I wouldn't call it extortion, sir. I simply told the cafeteria cook that I would keep the existence of his pet vermin on the down low if he provided me with an extra brownie or two at lunchtime. It was a mutual exchange that neither of us had issues with.
Yes, Judith, that's extortion. Of course he had issues with it. Thank goodness I caught you in the act.
Well, why am I the one sitting here in this office when it's the cook who is keeping vermin pets?
I've already talked with Mr. Seabrook, Judith. It's dealt with. And more importantly, none of your business. What concerns me is you. Sneaking around at night, lying to teachers, extorting staff. This is a decidedly concerning trend. Don't you want to be a good example for your sister?
Indeed. It must be hard enough for her to be younger than her classmates.
For the next month, you are not permitted to attend film club. Do you understand, Miss Hovern?
But, sir, I won't be able to see any movies outside of that club.
Hence why it's a punishment. Miss Nunatak will check that you aren't seen there.
I'll make sure of it.
Judith, head back to class, please.
Good old Seabrook didn't rat me out, it seems. Brownies weren't the only things I asked him for. Apparently, one of his old classmates from back in the day was really into puzzles. He set up some kind of secret puzzle in the history classroom years ago, and Seabrook never figured it out. Let's see if I can.
I like the little clip-clop of her hooves.
During the Onyx War, various battles were fought in the Inked Wastes. Some were relegated to land, others underground in the caverns, and many on the Inked Sea. Our fiefdom, Drakkenspire, went head-to-head against the fiefdom of Northberg in a horrid conflict spanning 4 years. It irrevocably changed our fiefdom forever. Miss Cabrera, no drawing in class. Can anyone here tell me why the Onyx War was instigated?
I wonder what happened to her horn.
Miss Landerhoof?
Yes, ma'am. The Onyx War was started due to Northberg spies sabotaging our resonetic ring production process. Northberg took advantage of this to sell their own rings in order to gain the kingdom's favor.
A good summation, Miss Landerhoof. Can anyone else tell me why it was the Inked Wastes that were chosen as the fateful battleground?
The Inked Wastes is between the two fiefdoms. Plus, it was where we mined our ore for the rings.
Excellent, Mr. Strumps. Now, What is it about the inked wastes that make it a particularly terrible place to fight a war?
I like the chick with the bat wings.
Acre?
Oh, yes, Miss Grimsby. Well, the Inked Waste is a nasty, nasty place, full of hard creatures that will gobble you up and suck out all of your blood. Oh, and of course you can't forget to mention the Surge, which will suck you down into his deep depths and fill your lungs with tar, his tendrils digging deep into your
He sounds
brain
way too
until...
excited about this.
Quite enough, Miss Acre. Oh, quite enough.
Way too excited
Our
about
unit
that.
this semester will be all about the Onyx War. Since it is the most recent major conflict in Drakenspire's history, we will be studying it in depth. And speaking of which, you may have heard tell that a new science teacher will be joining us this year to replace Mr. Mason. His name is Mr. Bagshaw, and he actually worked in the Research and Development Division of the Drakenspire Army. I'm sure he will have plenty to share with you that can enhance your education. Anyway, I am now giving you the rest of the period to work on the papers I assigned to you yesterday about the instigation of the war. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Dismissed.
The note Seabrook gave me says history classroom. Page number equals number of cave hounds times number of windows plus number of desks.
Okay. Shit, I might need a notebook to play this game. Puzzle. What are cave hounds? Number of windows. Okay, so let's count the desks and the windows and then we'll figure out the cave hounds. But cave hounds times windows plus decks. And if I have to follow the order of operations, I need to multiply and then add. I believe. Please excuse. Yeah. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Yeah. Okay. Page number of what book? I'm assuming a textbook. There aren't a lot of textbook types in here.
Guess I'll give the textbook shelf a look.
Use WSA to walk and move the mouse to move your camera. Left click to interact, right click to think about the people or objects you are looking at. You can review your clues by pressing I to look at your items, then click on the item or press space to inspect it. Gotcha.
Good old number 2.
Oh, I can jump. Okay, let's count desks. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 desks. Okay. You don't even have a notebook in your room. I do. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that, but pen click. So, 30 desks. And then she said count the number of windows. Ooh. Mouse is very sensitive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 windows. Okay. And I need a page number and something about cave hounds. What's going on with you, little freak?
Gina Wendigan, resident drama kid. She was cast as a fluff bat in an upcoming school play and has been method acting for a month now.
That is
Her
adorable.
obsession got even worse when she read through the Warrior Bats books. She thinks
Like
they're
warrior
actually
cats.
accurate to fluff bat behavior, and now she's declared I'm part of her bat clan. Her antics can be weird, but She's a good friend. I've known her for a long time.
I would be friends with her. We would be best friends.
Gina Wendigan. She was called.
I
Her
don't want to
obsession.
replay the whole thing. Gina Wendigan. You're alright in my book, Gina. Who are you?
That's Deacon Vespsha. He's good friends with Lydia, Gina, and I. His dad is a pastor in town, which means he's a bit too much of a moralist for my taste. But he's got a sharp tongue at times. He fixed up the old treehouse we use as a clubhouse.
Okay, so we got some friends at least. Inspect.
A model of one of the submarines used in the war. They were gradually phased out after the monsters in the Inked Sea were mutated by psi-bombs and destroyed subs on sight.
Maybe they wanted revenge. Maybe. Okay, I need a book.
These were all recently published. Seabrook's friend went to school before the war, so I doubt any of these would work.
Okay. Are there other books I can look at then? Who is this? Talk.
Before I ask them, I should figure out what page number I'm looking for.
Okay, well. Is there some more books in this room somewhere? Nope.
A
This.
Corvinstone crystal tree. They say that every king or queen is buried under one once they croak. I wonder if a royal is buried under this tree. The king of class clowns, perhaps.
Alrighty. Who are you?
Nicholas Strumps and Becky Landerhoof. They and I aren't on the best of terms. Becky leads the school's historical reenactment club. She's a real stickler for accuracy, to an obnoxious degree. Nicholas is her boyfriend. He's a nerd about naval history and sea battles and the like. Becky hasn't talked to me in a while, probably because of what I did at the reenactment. But I only did it because she needed to be taken down a peg. She should have thought of it as a favor, really.
What's that? Inspect.
These are crystals, whose vibrations prevent anyone in the classroom from using telepathy. To prevent cheating, I gather. I heard that one time, an upperclassman secretly switched them out for fakes before a big test.
I mean, that's smart if everyone's got, like, telekinesis and shit. I'm guessing this is some kind of battle map game.
That's Marisol Aker. She's a member of the Historical Reenactment Club. She insists that she's a secret heir to the throne, descended from a long-lost royal ancestor. She's also really into true crime and horror stories. Once, she was taken to the counselor for the amount of books she checked out on concerning subjects. Soul's never hurt anybody, though. She's a good kid.
I think maybe she's just got a bit of morbid curiosity, but as long as she's not acting on it, because that wouldn't be good. What is this?
A diorama of a typical crystal farm from 500 years ago. It's considered good, honest work. But if being honest means no money and a lack of indoor plumbing, I think I'll keep my tongue white with at least a few lies.
Okay, so I didn't see any books. Can I go? It said not those books, they're too new. But I don't see any other books in this room. No. Okay, let's see. That was not what I wanted. Okay. Press suspect. The page number equals the number of cave hounds times the number of windows. 30. Okay. Plus 30. So I need to find the cave hounds. What are cave hounds? Are they in this picture, maybe? I see 1, 2, 3. I'm assuming those are cave hounds. They look like hounds with no eyes. So if they were cave hounds, they probably wouldn't need to see because it's dark anyway. I guess this would make 4.
A statue of a cave hound. They don't have eyes, since they live in deep caves and hunt using echolocation.
Yep, that's what I assumed.
They are very good boys.
Okay, so statue makes 1. 3 in the painting makes 4. I think I have a good feeling about it being 4. So, 4 times 13. I am not good at math, so 13 plus 13 would be 26, and then 26 plus 26 would be 12, carry the 1, 52 plus 30, so page 82, if my math is correct, and if I found all the correct clues.
Before I ask them, I should figure out.
Page 82. I might be wrong here. If I'm wrong, I either did the math wrong or I missed something. Enter to confirm.
Bingo.
Aha, I was correct.
Hello, little guy. I need to find a pre-war history textbook. Maybe from around the 2190s?
He's so cute. Thank you very much. Chirp, chirp.
Without further ado,
Page 82.
interesting. A battle that took place way before the Onyx War, but it still involved Drakenspire and Northburg.
Is that something to do with this over here then? Let's go. History book containing some famous battle. Maybe. Thought maybe I could open the book. No.
This has got to be related to the textbook, but this scene shows a different battle. Though looking closer at the paint, it seems like this table has been used for years and was painted over whenever a new scene was needed. Platoon... company? Ugh. I don't know how many soldiers those are. Maybe I'll have to ask someone for help.
Talk with characters to get new information and items that can be used as clues. Got it. No. There were 2 Northburgian patrols to the far west and 1 patrol to the east, which had 3 barracks, was on the river. Nobody residing there. 1 platoon was guarded each. Okay. So, if I go talk to people, I might get more info. Well, I know this chick's a history person, so she might tell me something.
That's Marisol Acre.
Ah, I already did this. Talk. There we go.
Lady Judith! Greetings!
Hello, Sol.
Might I ask if the film club will have the honor of your presence today? We are watching Murder in the Depths, a delightful horror reel that combines Fellmorian and Noivesian directing technique. Additionally, I heard tell that real skeletons were used to depict the bodies of the murder victims. Oh,
Goodness.
please refrain from informing any school staff of this fact. I do not wish to get into detention again for my interests.
I'm sorry. I just got into trouble with the headmaster. Can't join in film club for a while.
Oh, really? I'm simply crestfallen to hear such a thing. I do hope you may join us soon. A new batch of my skull-shaped cookies will be awaiting your arrival.
Deathly delicious, as you always say.
Indeed, I do.
Marisol's adorable. What were you reading?
What are you reading there?
An autopsy report, that's all.
Autopsy? Of who?
Baroness Belladonna Lattimore, a death from 30 years ago that many would consider suspicious. I'm continuing my studies of famous deaths in order to increase my likelihood of becoming a forensic pathologist someday. That is my backup career plan, if my status as a true princess is never officially acknowledged anyway.
So you're trying to solve a cold case. Have you gotten any leads?
Some things I find unusual, yes, but nothing that hasn't been already noted by famous doctors. Besides, my specialty is in cadaver forensics. I'll need a detective's mind to piece together the entire mystery. Perhaps you might assist me in that sometime soon, Judith, since you're so good at mysteries and all.
That does sound like a good bit of fun. We'll keep that in mind.
Why were you in
You
detention?
mentioned getting into detention at one point. What was that for?
Have I not told you of that incident? Ah, yes, this was from before we knew one another, I believe. In the library's radio room, I and several other students had met up to share our favorite radio shows. I turned the channel to my personal pick. As it went on, a few of the students seemed to become quite frightened. The librarian came in to check on us, and when he heard what we were listening to, well, he immediately took me to the headmaster's office. Unfortunately, I was banned from turning the channel ever again.
What the hell were you listening to?
Did you have them listen to?
A series detailing the stories of serial killers. A tad graphic, I must admit, but also rife with educational content.
Jeez.
What's going on with the reenactment club? Becky still won't talk to me.
Oh, are you planning on rejoining? Because, to be entirely honest, Lady Judith, I do not believe you will be allowed.
I'm just curious about what you're all up to.
I see. Well, our next grand reenactment is happening in a few days' time. It will be one of our biggest yet, covering the land and sea battle of Westlane on the 25th anniversary of the Onyx War's beginning.
Oh yeah, Grimsby mentioned that. And I think she said that non-club students are encouraged to join, since it's so big and educational or something. I know I can't become a club member, but I could probably help out a bit in this one, right?
Lady Judith, you know that I cannot approve you or not. You would have to talk with Becky. Have you apologized to her yet?
No. Why should I have to? She was the one who started everything.
Yeah, I don't see
Are you
Judith as
sure
being the
her
kind of person
slights
that will
against you
apologize.
are reality rather than simply perceived?
I know what I saw. I can read people.
Not all books are of the same language. Other languages exist, and one person cannot know all of them. As a person who holds precious friendships with the both of you, this continued feud hurts my heart. Pray, consider taking the first step to end it.
I love Marisol. She's great. Judith doesn't deserve her as a friend. Judith just seems too snippy. Look at her Miss Attitude with the hands on her hips. All right, Becky.
Becky? Nicholas?
What do you want?
Nothing. Can't a friend just greet a friend without coming across as needy?
Huh, friend. Right. Leave us alone.
Nicholas, I need to ask you something about the military.
Huh. Becky, did you hear something? You know, I am feeling pretty darn hungry today. Maybe, just maybe, if I had an extra lunch token, my ears would clear up.
Really? Go into your inventory, use the scroll wheel to select an item. With that item selected, use interact. Alright. I'll grease your palms. Wait. How do I access my inventory? I is inventory, tab is item page. I don't have a lunch token. Am I supposed to acquire one? Alright.
Oh, Miss Hovern, is your paper done? You're scampering about as if it were?
Yes, miss. I put it on your desk yesterday.
Oh, yes, of course. Carry on. Unless you have any questions about future assignments?
What's a platoon? Maybe she'll answer my question.
Do you know how many soldiers are in a platoon? Or a company?
I'm afraid that's not the kind of thing I know off the top of my head. I can look that up tonight and tell you tomorrow.
Doesn't help me now.
Don't bother.
All right then. Go back to work, please.
I mean, I already told you I finished my work. I'm not gonna ask you any more questions. No questions. I don't care to ask about what you're reading. I just want to know about the platoon. Maybe you know something.
Judith, hey, have you finished the paper yet?
Naturally.
Ha! Well, I'm just a tad worried about getting it done on time. Especially because I'm just not getting it. Mrs. Grimsby's teaching style is, well...
Atrocious.
I was going to choose a kinder word, like peculiar?
That's the meanest thing I've ever heard coming out of your mouth.
But it's hard for her to teach about a war when she gets queasy over just mentioning death or blood. She's definitely skipping out on some important stuff. Can you summarise the cause of the war a bit more clearly for me?
Alright, I'll help you out.
All right. Don't tell me I never did anything for you. The fiefdoms of Northburg and Drakenspire have been at odds for hundreds of years, ever since they were first established by brothers with bad blood between them. Our fiefdom of Drakenspire was known for the production of excellent resonetic augmentation rings. This was due to the high-quality ore mined from our territory in the Inked Wastes. These rings rose our standing with the king, drawing the jealousy of Northburg. 25 years ago, however, many rings were found to be dangerously faulty, to the point that some who used them lost their resonetic talents altogether. A misinformation campaign was launched that said it was due to Baron Leoric of Drakenspire pursuing cheaper mining in areas with ore tainted by the Surge. Royal investigations were launched. In the meantime, Baron Neirath of Northburg offered to sell his own rings and provide medical assistance to the affected fiefdoms. The king began to favour Neirath and granted him the rights to mine in the Inked Wastes. Soon, however, the king's spies revealed the truth. A double agent, supposedly working for Drakenspire, had manipulated documents to direct miners to the tainted areas, making it look like Baron Leoric had ordered it. Once the truth was revealed, tensions between the fiefdoms skyrocketed, Leoric, furious, mobilized his troops and marched upon the Inked Wastes, intent on taking his mines back. NHRAEGE sent out troops in response, declaring that he still had legal rights to the land. A battle began. The initial conflict was very bloody, very quickly, since Drakenspire's citizenry were incensed at NHRAEGE's actions. The fervor of combat led to some of the Northburg miners to be killed in the fray. Since they were civilians, Northburg's soldiers fought back with a similar anger. Meanwhile, the king was mad with Leoric for engaging NHRAEGE since the investigation was not closed, and he'd bypassed royal authority by sending out troops. As such, the king did not take sides, leading the fiefdoms to engage in combat exclusively with the other, as other fiefdoms were not permitted to become involved. The war lasted for 4 years and was fought almost entirely in the Inked Wastes. The area was already known for its strange, twisted evils, horrid beasts and the infection of the surge on the land, brutal bloodshed, and new types of resonetic weaponry only twisted the place further. One can only be glad we were born after it was all over, eh?
Huh. I think I'm getting it a bit more now. Thanks, Judith.
No problem.
You mentioned resonetic weapons affecting the land. Did those help or hurt the surge? Oh, and what happened to Lord NHRAEGE after the war?
This whole unit is going to be about the war. You'll learn that stuff soon enough. And if you don't get it, I'll drill it into your skull, knucklehead.
Ha ha. Thanks.
I don't feel like he's gonna help me. But what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Sketching the window. I've always liked it. I want to build stained glass windows in my church one day.
Your church? Don't you mean your dad's church?
I used to want to take over for my dad, but now I've been thinking of building a church of my own, once I go through seminary college.
Already got your life planned out for yourself, huh? You're only 13, Deacon. Lighten up a little.
Don't you have any dreams for yourself when you're older? You're not going to be exploring the school and frustrating the teachers forever.
I mean, technically, I could keep doing both of those things if I became a teacher myself.
You? Dreaming to be a teacher? Doubtful.
You got me. Though, I'd say my current hobbies would lead to a mean career in detective work, no?
That sounds more like you. Detective Hovern has a nice ring to it.
I can already imagine it, printed on the frosted glass door of my one-room office in the city that never sleeps.
More of a private eye than a police detective, then. Alright, let's ask about the treehouse.
Any plans for the treehouse?
Yeah, I've got a few sketches I'm working on. I don't know how I'm going to get enough wood or nails to finish my plans, though.
We could take apart the door on Glitter's stable. Or we could dig up her grave and use the coffin.
That's horrible.
She's an animal made out of stone. She doesn't really need a coffin anyway.
Judith.
All right. If I come across any, I'll make sure not to tell you where I sourced it from.
Alright. Well, you didn't offer me anything useful. Let's ask the, Gina, was it?
Nightclaw Judith, I need your help.
With what?
Well, my wings are that of a warrior. They are strong and my claws are sharp. All good traits of a warrior bat. However, well, sometimes I can wield them a little clumsily. And, I ripped a small hole when I was swooping past this dress.
Oh, Gina, this dress is 500 years old.
I know. If Grimsby sees, I might get kicked out of the school. But I've built my roost here. I can't get kicked out.
Gina's adorable.
As a fellow member of the Nightclaw clan, I am formally asking for your assistance, Judith.
It looks like the dress uses a particular stitch here. I don't know how to copy it well enough to pass Grimsby's inspection.
Squeak, squeak, squeak! Oh, I'm sorry. That That was a curse word in bat language. I need to watch my tongue.
I'll try to find someone who could help. This sounds like something Becky would know.
Yeah,
Thanks,
but Becky won't
Nightcrawler
talk to
Judith.
us.
You are a valuable member of the clan.
Okay, did anything cool to your roots lately? I guess I'll just ask her everything.
So, have you finished reading the Warrior Bat series?
Thrice over.
What? Aren't there like 50 books in the series?
It's important for me to know every detail for my Fluffbat cultural studies.
Gina, you do know those aren't accurate to real Fluffbats, right? It's a fantasy fiction series.
Have you read them? Have you studied anything about Fluffbat behavior or history?
Well, no.
Then don't tell me what I do or do not know about my own species. Thank you.
She's funny.
Added anything neat to your roost lately?
Oh, yes. I just added a hammock to sleep from. It's not traditional to my people, since they hang from the ceiling with their feet, but it is very comfortable, and it's hanging off the ground to keep me safe from predators.
Oh, that's right. She needed a hammock because she almost broke her horn when she tried to sleep while hanging from the rafters.
A question for you, Nightclaw Judith. I saw you've added a poster of a Psyquine man to your roost. Is this because you find him, what's the word in your language? Cute?
Gina, come on. That's just the poster for a detective holoreel. I'm not ready to like boys yet. I'm only 13.
Well, that's good.
The play's next week, right? Are you excited for all your method acting to finally pay off?
We Fluffbats have a great appreciation for the arts. I am happy to take part in the play and make my clan proud by representing our warrior hearts.
What's going to happen to your Fluffbat persona once the play is over?
I am a true bat at heart. I don't know what you mean by persona.
In another play she was in, she was cast as a janitor, and she cleaned the whole cafeteria. And when she was cast as a tree, she stayed outside and photosynthesized for hours. She's completely dedicated to the bit.
Well, good luck with that, Gina. You offered me no useful information. Who else can I ask? They won't talk to me without a lunch token, and I don't know where to get one. Unless I'm just supposed to have one. No, it says find a lunch token. Am I gonna steal one from somebody? Alright, who's got one on their desks, maybe? Nobody appears to have one. Can I talk to any of these people? Oh, wait, you.
Hey, Jay. What's the damage?
Banned from film club for a while.
Bummer. We just got a copy of Murder in the Depths, too.
You did?
Yep. Hopefully they won't return it to town before you see it.
Almost makes me regret being such a delinquent.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Carving chalk. Wanna help me?
Why would I do that?
I want to make a whole set of carved chalk to give to David Belosimi on the lake ball team. I think he'd, think it's neat or something.
Lydia, David is like 4 years older than you.
Which won't be a problem when he's a famous lake ball star in his mid-20s. Might as well make sure he knows my name before he gets famous and all. So, are you gonna help me or not? I'd do it myself, but he's leaving for a game in a few hours, and I want to give it to him before then.
I don't really want to get my gloves dirty. Can you give me a lunch token in exchange?
Oh yes, I need a lunch token.
Ugh, sure. Come on.
Yeah. Yes, I will help you then.
Fine.
Great, here's the knife. Just try to match the 3 I've already made, okay? Chip off the sides.
Oh dear. I'm not gonna be good at this. So, what's graft? Carve, I'm assuming, means to take away, but I don't know what graft means. Jesus, what is graft? Oh, it puts it back. Okay, I can do this. Maybe. Okay, not bad, not bad. Ooh, I'm getting close. Why is that not working? Oh no. I messed it up. L. Why does it say left trigger if I'm using a mouse? I gotta do 3 of these. Crap. Ah! There we go. Okay. Enter. That one's done. Alright, we can do this. These are not the kind of puzzles that I like to solve. This is just tediousness. I hope there aren't many of these kinds of puzzles in this game. 98%? What did I miss? I had to have missed something. So it's only a 98% match. I don't see anything that looks like it's shaved too much. Okay, you know what? It's still good, so I'm just gonna say we're done. I got 100% on the other two, though.
Look fine.
Yeah.
Fine?
I did my best, Lydia.
Here's a lunch token for your time. Treat yourself.
Thanks. Go get these assholes over here to talk to me now. Although they're probably... Judith probably deserves for whatever she did, because it sounds like she did something really mean, so...
Leave us alone.
I brought the lunch token. Okay. Gina needs some help.
Nicholas, I need to talk to Becky.
Why should she help you with anything?
I don't need help. This is Virginia, not me.
Okay.
She accidentally tore a hole in the dress over there, and I'm gonna stitch it for her. But I don't know how to do those fancy old ones. Again, this isn't me, it's Virginia. You know she's too shy to ask people outside her clan.
Yeah, that's true. Becky?
For Gina, here. I studied that dress a while ago. What seam was torn?
Looked like the part with the lace at the bottom.
Easy enough fix as long as the lace wasn't too frayed. Use the stitch in this book on page 27. Give Gina my regards.
The inventory and use the scroll wheel to select an item. Interact. Okay. Do that. Also going to go to inventory and what was it? Tab item panel. There we go. And then middle button. No. Give item.
Here's a lunch token. Now spill your guts, war geek.
Bribing me, I see.
You asked me to.
Fine. What's your question?
I need to know how many soldiers are in a patrol, a platoon, and a company.
Basic question. Hardly worth a lunch token. But I'll take it anyway.
I'm gonna write this down.
In Drakenspire, the average is 20 men per patrol, 40 men per platoon, and 140 per company.
Guess the reenactment club can teach useful things sometimes.
Rich. Real rich. Buzz off.
Okay. Oh, maybe I didn't need to write it down. 20 patrolmen, 40 platoon, 1 to 40 company. Got it. Alright, let's go help Gina, and then we'll go solve the war puzzle. Let's see. Is it tab? Oh, this one.
Gina, look what I've got.
Nice clothes, Judith. What is it?
I've got a guide on how to make that stitch to repair the dress, and a needle and thread.
By the great bat's wings! Thank you. Can you help me repair it? I'm afraid my claws would only tear it more.
Sure. Watch this.
Use your mouse to make your needle follow the sewing pattern steps. Okay. Guessing this is gonna be 0. Oh, this moves around weird. Okay. So that's 0. And then that one. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This mouse sensitivity is really hard. Okay, and then I have to repeat, so be... Finally! Jesus fucking Christ, that was annoying.
There you go, all repaired. Grimsby shouldn't know the difference.
Thank you once again for your help, nice-clothed Judith. May the great bat, leader of our clan, bless you this day, and may your catch of earnings always be juicy. Here, take a lunch coin.
Oh.
Thanks, Gina.
Well, I only needed one, but I guess I could have done either activity. It wouldn't have mattered. I need to see if I can... Camera sensitivity. What about mouse sensitivity? Visual. Motion blur. Yeah, I don't know that camera sensitivity is going to help me here. But let me try turning that down. Because it was a little quick anyway. Yeah, that's a little better. Anyway. Alright, there were 2 Northbergian patrols to the far west. I don't understand how to do this puzzle. So do I have to move these? Is blue Northberg and red is the Draken Spire? To the far west, 1 patrol to the east of the northern canyon. I don't understand this puzzle, honestly. 2 patrols to the far west. So west would be to the left. So let's go here. Here. They're to the west of the canyon, or would they be up higher, like up here? Okay, that's the west of the canyon. And 1 patrol to the east of the northern canyon. Okay, so there maybe? That's to the east of the canyon. Or like that's east-ish, maybe? Their base, which had 3 barracks, was on the river peninsula. I don't know what the River Peninsula is. Maybe this? Just... Okay, let's just put it like right here. That, okay. And a company resided there. Company is 140 men. So 20 times 7 would be 140, I think. So would I have to put 7 around here? One platoon guarded the beach just to the northeast. And a platoon. So this is the beach. This guy out of my way. $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100. 110, 20, 20, 130, 140. Yeah, that's a company. I feel like I have an extra patrol then. There's 2 patrols and 1 patrol to the east. Those 2. And then 7 patrols makes a company, and 2 patrols makes a platoon. Why do I have an extra guy then? Unless I just don't need him. Just stick him somewhere. No, not you. Maybe I didn't have an extra guy. I don't know what I'm on about. No, that accounts for everyone. Never mind. As for Drakkenspire, there was a company in the far northeast, but not in the river. Company of 140 men in the far northeast. Okay, so they're like up here. Additionally, there was a platoon and a base on top of the mountain. Okay. So that's the base. Platoon of 40 men. And 3 platoons at the western base of the mountain. Okay, so... Nope, go back. Okay. What if I do like that? Okay. I have no idea if I'm doing any of this right. Hint. So does that mean they need to be somewhere in the positions here? Okay, so I'll just put you there. feel like I've got everyone. Okay, no, except for these guys. They're not. Okay. Haha! I had it mostly right by myself without a hint. Ooh, treasure.
There we go. What do we have here?
Another note. The creation of Noiramore Academy started as a twinkle in Catherine Noiramore's eye. Text is really small, I couldn't read it.
I'll have to get up there to investigate. But Grimsby will object if she sees me. Maybe I can get someone to distract her.
Who could I get to distract her? Maybe you seem like you can be distracting.
Let's go, Judith. How might I assist?
Yeah.
Gina, can you do something for me? I need you to talk with Grimsby for a bit. Distract her, so I can do something.
Of course, Nightclaw Judith. A clan always helps their own. I'll do it right now.
Side jump. You can reach higher places by holding down E, aiming your final position off the mouse, and press space to jump. Release E. Okay. Indicator will glow green if you can jump and red if something is stopping you. Gotcha. Okay, and I need to go... Where was the painting at? Up there. Okay. Neato.
Lady Noiramore.
Noiramore.
Founded the school. Her family remained the headmasters for 500 years until the Onyx War. As a whole, where her pupil is...
I already grabbed a pencil. Okay, so do I have to jump back up there again? Ah. Okay. I don't know how the teacher didn't see me do that. You don't need anything from them right now. Are you sure? I think I'm stuck now. What do I do? Okay, there we go. Tab item panel. Give item. Oh. There we go. Ooh, a secret.
Cracked it. What's this?
More gems? The gems belong to... Can I... Oh, I can zoom this in. The gems belong to the leader of the pack. His collar must match the procession of the hunt. Maybe the cave dog statue? Cave hound?
So I need to put these gems somewhere.
Need to match the procession of the hunt. So, red, green, blue, green, red? Red, green, purple, blue, green, red. Red, green, purple, blue, green, red.
A statue of a cave hound. They don't have eyes, since they live in deep caves, and hunt using echolocation.
Yes, we've already been through this.
They are very good boys.
Maybe if I hit this. I don't have the gems, but yeah, I do. Give item. Use the arrow keys to select the gem with space and then slot it into place. Okay. I think it was red, green, purple, blue, green, red. Does it have to mirror it or need in the same order? Red, green, purple, blue, green, red. Ah. Ooh, what's that?
Just like the tapestry.
Let me zoom this in. Can I scroll it, move it down so I can read the top? Hey Jake, I'm glad you finally were able to solve one of my puzzles. I put a lot of effort into this one. I made that color myself and managed to slip it on the statue just before our new history teacher arrived. Anyway, I think this is the last puzzle I'll get to make before graduation. It's been a fine few years growing up in this school, and I'm real glad I got to spend them with you, my best bud. Since you won't be getting out of this joint until next year, I hope you use that time to finally solve some of my other puzzles too. Anyway, here's what I found. It's some kind of blueprint of a door that leads to a secret passage. I haven't figured out how to open the door just yet. Was too busy finishing this puzzle before graduation, but it's probably got to do with the glass pattern on it. I look forward to hearing all about what's behind it when I next see you.
Seabrook will probably want to see this. A bit pathetic he wasn't able to solve this puzzle, really. Hiking above. Now this is interesting.
I want to know about the secret door.
Considering how old this parchment looks, there could be something incredible behind this door. I've got to find it as soon as I can.
Calling all students to the entry hall, all students to the entry hall. A new teacher is arriving to the school. Please line up in formation flanking the entry doors, and let us give him a warm Noiramore welcome.
Ah, and here he is. Come now, children, follow me. 2 straight lines.
Noiramore Academy guides our students to commit to their studies and, most importantly, behave in a manner befitting the reputation of our beloved institution.
Sneaking around at night, lying to teachers, extorting staff? Is that really what you're up to now?
He set up some kind of secret puzzle in the history classroom years ago, and Seabrook never figured it out. Let's see if I can.
I'm a visual artist. Words bore me.
Squeak, squeak, squeak! That was a curse word in battle language.
Mrs. Grimsby's teaching style is
Atrocious.
What do you want?
Lady Judith! Greetings!
They say she was going insane before her death, that she thought the Onyx War would be the end of the world.
The Inked Waste is a nasty, nasty place, full of hard creatures that will gobble you up and suck out all of your blood.
That's quite enough, Miss A. You may have heard tell that a new science teacher will be joining us this year, and he actually worked in the Research and Development Division of the Drakkenspire Army.
The new teacher's gone missing. Do you think it was the beast?
Okay, I am totally invested in this game. I liked that a lot. Some of the puzzles I didn't like the chalk one and the sewing one, that was kind of annoying, but the solving the platoon puzzle and stuff, that was cool. I will definitely be obtaining this game whenever it comes out, one way or another, and probably do a let's play of it. I liked it a lot. I wish there was more to the demo, but you know, it's a demo, you can't expect too much. Thank you for recommending this game again, Marcus. that was very enjoyable. I don't know what happened to my face or when, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was Noiramore Academy. The demo is on Steam currently. Turn off my VC Face UI. I'm gonna be doing a little bit more research into it, see what I can find from the developer about how they came up with it. Maybe I know there was a Kickstarter, and I'll be writing an article about it that you can find on our website, maelstromhold.com. And definitely when the game comes out, you can look forward to me having more of Let's Plays videos, because I really enjoyed this game. It feels very Harry Potter, like the mobile Hogwarts mystery game, which I really liked, until I got to a point where it's like, oh, you know, you gotta pay real money to get more energy and things like that. And it's like, at that point, I'm not investing money in that. So, but yeah, I liked this a lot. It needs a mouse sensitivity adjustment in the settings. That was really my only complaint, and some of the puzzles just weren't puzzly enough for me. But other than that, I look forward to seeing the full release of this game, and I highly recommend, if you like puzzle games, give it a try yourself when it comes out. Until next time, Bonny Abomination out. Bye.